There are people who boil over when told you have to do it this way, and it's not about being difficult or rebellious. Their reaction is a special code of their psyche, a sign of an unusual mindset. If you yourself feel like saying no to any instruction, or know someone like that, let's figure out what really lies behind this unmanageability.
An internal compass instead of external instructions. Imagine having a powerful internal compass inside you. It tells you what's right and wrong, where to go, and how to act. People with such a compass physically struggle when someone tries to take the wheel. For them, every external command feels like forcibly turning the needle. They're willing to listen to advice, but the final word must belong to their inner feeling. What do I think is right? This isn't stubbornness. It's a way to stay true to themselves.
The question why, their main filter. They don't just obey or disobey, they always engage their logic. Before doing anything, their brain asks, why is this necessary? Does it make sense? Could it be done better or differently? If the explanation seems stupid, inefficient, or simply because I said so, their internal agreement doesn't click. They're not against rules, they're against meaningless rules.
An engine inside, not a whip outside. Their motivation works like an internal engine, not a reaction to external pressure. If they decide on their own to take on a project or help, they'll be passionate and do a brilliant job. But as soon as pressure is applied, telling them you must, or setting rigid top-down deadlines, that internal motor instantly stalls. They're not lazy. Their psyche simply refuses to operate on someone else's command. They don't need external discipline. They need personal engagement. A radar for disrespect and power plays. These people have a built-in radar that picks up not just orders, but hidden power dynamics. They sense when a request hides another person's desire to assert themselves, show superiority, or simply exert control. What angers them isn't the task itself, but the tone, posture, look, everything that says, I'm in charge here, and you're subordinate. You can negotiate with them as equals, but any attempt to place yourself above them is doomed to meet fierce resistance.
What we take away. Such people are often called difficult, unmanageable, or rebels, but in reality, they are independent operators with their own internal logic. Their strength lies in not blindly following rules, but constantly testing them for strength and meaning. They can be the best innovators, entrepreneurs, and leaders because they think for themselves and aren't afraid to go against the system. The key to interacting with them is not to break their will, but to translate the language of commands into the language of choice, meaning, and respect.
Instead of, get this done by 5, try, do you think we can manage this by 5? Instead of, you have to, say, your expertise here would really help me. If you recognized yourself in this description, you're probably tired of apologizing for your uncooperativeness. Perhaps it's time to simply acknowledge you're wired differently, and that's your superpower, the ability to maintain internal sovereignty in a world that loves convenient and obedient people. And if you manage such a person, try giving them space and explaining the why. You'll be surprised at the powerful output an unmanageable person is capable of when they feel not like a pawn, but a partner.